Okay, hello, my dear friends. This is Pastor Barlow, and I just met a nice fella, and who needed a tent and second tent because the other one has been disposed of. So he just dropped by to get a tent and everything. And sir, I'm gonna let you know that Jacksonville has a pending ordinance against panhandling, targeting pretty much homeless people. And the first 2 times they catch you, they're going to give you an oral warning first, a written warning, and then the 3rd time it's going to be a $100 fine, and the 4th offense or subsequent is going to be up to 10 days in jail per offense. Now, I understand that you do some panhandling. Is that correct?
It's pretty much all I do right now.
Okay. Do people typically give you things to help you out?
Yeah, especially if I put specific items on my sign, like clothes or, for example, a tent or a shoe.
Got it. Okay, so have you had some military service in your life?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, so how long have you been homeless, off and on or whatever?
I was originally kicked out when I was 13 years old, so it's been chronic except for pretty much during my service time and a few years after.
Okay, and what's your age right now?
I'll be 45 in December.
Okay, where are you from originally?
Baltimore, Maryland.
How long have you been in Jacksonville?
Less than 2 months.
Okay, what do you think about Jacksonville overall? Just be honest. What do you think
Honestly,
about this?
I think not just Jacksonville, but Florida as a whole sucks when it comes to homeless issues. Period.
Okay, and why do you say that?
They make it difficult to get everything from your ID to food stamps. Like, you can't get a Social Security card without some form of ID. How are you going to get your ID without your Social Security card? It's a conundrum.
Got it. You said conundrum, correct?
Yes,
that's a pretty big word. All right, good. Listen, now, if this law comes into effect, would it stop you from asking people for help?
It wouldn't stop me personally, but it's going to drive other people to do things like break into cars, property crime, robbery.
So this bill could inevitably cause worse things to happen.
Right. Violent crime even.
Okay. All right. So did you have anything else you wanted to share with us?
I know that if you stop people from panhandling, and I'm not talking about aggressive panhandling. People that are aggressive in panhandling should definitely have something happen to them.
Got it. What's aggressive panhandling?
When you're walking up to people because you can't fly a sign, and hey, mister, can I have $1? Come on, man.
Okay.
Or they're knocking on car windows, or they're walking in between cars and traffic.
Okay.
That's aggressive panhandling.
Okay.
Standing on the side of the road. My sign's funny, matter of fact.
Let's see it.
I like to put a smile on people's face. I had a guy in California give me $1,000. He was on his way to the gun store to buy a gun to kill himself. And he saw me out there smiling behind the sign, and he said it saved his life.
Wow.
So, like, walking down the side of the road, smiling and waving at people, telling them to have a good morning, not only are you being positive and not aggressively bothering folks, but you never know whose life you're going to change when they see someone with nothing, with a smile on their face, and they realize that their problems aren't that bad.
Got it. So are you saying that a law like this will be a broad brush and a wide net that will stop people who are not being aggressive?
It's discriminatory, number one.
Okay.
There's people out here that don't have disability yet, that might be fighting for it, that can't work for whatever reason, that, like me, I've got no ID. I can't even stay in a shelter. So if I don't get money from somewhere, how am I going to eat?
So let me ask you this, because the person who is, I want to be fair to him, the person who is advancing this bill, he has 2 main reasons why. Number one, he doesn't want children to get hit by cars who are standing out panhandling with their parents or whatever. Okay, right. Okay, watch this. And then he mentioned what you just mentioned. You call it aggressive panhandling. He's concerned about people walking up to car doors and pulling on them. Let me ask you a question. So some people are saying the bill is worth being passed just for that reason alone.
No, because you're going to, that's like saying, I want to catch this shark, but I'm going to kill 100 whales in the process because we're going to put out a big net.
Got it.
Whales are endangered species.
Got it.
And you're going to take out an endangered species or a group of people that are already burdened beyond belief.
Got it.
And throw them in and out of jail and make their problems
just because of a few aggressive panhandlers.
Right, and so these people that are in and out of jail are going to start thinking, if I'm going to spend all this time in jail for making $5 on the corner, why don't I just rob a bank? Why don't I just rob a store? Why don't I just hit grandma over at the head of the ATM?
Got it. And you've been on the street for a while, so I'm going to say something. I want you to tell this audience. So I'm going to say something. I want you to say if this is honest or not. Do you think there will be some people who will intentionally violate that statute just to get 10 days in jail for 3 hots and a cot?
Yeah. There's people that break windows and sit outside of stores just to go to jail, especially in the wintertime in places where I've been, like Seattle, Baltimore, New Hampshire, where it gets cold.
So it's clear that this law can cause some people to violate it just to get 3 meals a day for 10 days.
Jacksonville's going to spend more money on housing, prosecution, defending these people, feeding these people, and instead of locking guys up that are out there shooting folks, you know, or selling drugs, or, you know, raping or child molesting, they're going to have a lot of non-violent offenders in there that might smoke weed, drink beer, or whatever they do, but they do it by themselves, to themselves, without hurting people.
Got it. Okay, hey brother, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate your help. Okay, have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
All right.